Hi everyone, it's mid-April here in my Zone 5 garden. This clematis doesn't look like much right now, but come June it'll be full of purple flowers up and down this support. Here are 5 things you should know to grow clematis. The first thing you should know the variety. Some bloom on new wood and some bloom on old wood. This one, Happy Jack, is a later bloomer and it blooms on new wood. We can do a very hard cutback in the spring. Here are a few of our favorites that bloom on new growth. Number 2, you're going to want to prune for bigger and more blooms. This Happy Jack, like I said, is a late bloomer and it blooms on new growth. So I can get rid of all this old growth from last year. I did leave this because it has very attractive seed heads for winter interest. But I'm going to go ahead and start now cutting some of this back. So as I'm cutting back, there is a lot of new growth here. So I'm going to try to prune this back above the new growth. I'm going to leave some of that because it's got a good start already. Otherwise, I'm going to try to prune back to 1 or 2 feet down low. Number 3, make sure you plant it in the right spot. Clematis like full sun, but its feet or roots like to be cooler and in shade. So I'm south facing here, which is great, so I get a lot of sun exposure. But down here, I'll plant some annuals kind of to shade the feet and the roots so that it doesn't get too hot, especially in that late afternoon sun. Also in the spring, at the base of the plant, you can put some compost or leaf mulch, and that'll help sustain moisture throughout the year. I actually planted behind the trellis, so the trellis itself does provide some shade. The next thing you're going to want to remember to do when growing clematis is provide a strong support. Now this trellis will hold the weight of the clematis. Now they grow really fast, so you want to make sure you have something in position. Clematis climb with tendrils, so they will grab on and crawl up. And this trellis is too thick. The diameter is too thick for the tendrils to grab. So you want to make sure you have some twine, or I have some wire here that the clematis can grab and crawl up. One other tip with this trellis is you'll see down here, here's some loose ones, but that's a very nice start right here. But what I'll do also is start tucking this through the trellis. And so that way, and then it'll come back out. So that way, here's another one up here. So this is another way to support the clematis growth, is by sticking it through the trellis. The 5th thing you'll want to remember about growing clematis is you need to feed them for success. Clematis are hungry plants and they need consistent moisture. A good rule of thumb for fertilizing clematis is you want to fertilize once at prune time, once right before they bloom, and then once right after they bloom. Clematis follow the sleep, creep, and leap rule. They'll sleep that first year you plant them. The second year, they'll start to creep. And then the 3rd year, they'll leap. Don't get frustrated. You have to be patient because they are very vigorous and long lasting. I hope these tips will help you grow gorgeous clematis in your garden.